Alright, it's me again from part 1, ready to explain part 2. And this is just for any details that I feel like I should elaborate on, or like any other things that I didn't mention in the first video. And these are good for just generally learning my artistic style and all the other stuff. You can see this character right here. I actually changed my mind about the eyes. I think they look nice. And this character right here, this next character, is going to be, another character. And I'm just going to use some things that I didn't use before. And also go more in depth about my techniques while skipping over the basic stuff. So first you use that as usual. I like the hexagon, okay? I like the hexagon. And next you make a nice skirt. My computer's lagging a little bit. I don't have a very good computer. Well, actually, I have a great computer. I just lag because I have a lot of tabs open. My computer is lagging a little bit. Make sure to get used to that lag right there because it's going to happen. Trust me. Well, actually, yeah, this skirt is not very good. I'm going to make it a little better. The move tool. This is something I use a lot, the move tool. You just drag to move the picture, and you can use this to make adjustments quickly and easily. Alright, and now I'll draw the legs. Previously, I drew the legs very off-centered. That's not actually recommended. I should draw them more on-centered. Also, it's generally good to have the bottom of the legs be like more straight, just so that it actually looks more like you're standing. It's also good to generally have like an angular rectangle. A straight rectangle looks a lot worse than an angular one. Also, keep in mind that it is good to make any other adjustments. Like, for example, I don't want her to look like she's leaning for no reason, so I'm going to adjust this part to where it's not at an angle so that it looks like she's standing normally again. And as previously, did the black shirts. This time I'm going to do the brown shirts. Yeah, the color brown. It's a nice color, indeed. I'm going to do the arms. And this time I'm actually going to use a sleeve. So, also another thing I should go over. You might notice that I would repeatedly zoom in. That's generally a good thing. You just try to zoom in. So that way you can get good details. It's just good for details to zoom in. Because if any small or fine adjustments that are prone to mistakes, you gotta zoom for detail for that. So yeah, and these are sleeves. Okay, so first I use this for that, but next I also draw little squares above these, and these will be the skin colored parts. Oh wait, real quick, if you ever run out of space, click this and resize the canvas. You just increase its pixel size and you'll give yourself more room. Incredibly helpful to do this. Remember that undo keybind, Control Z. You'll use it all the time. And you draw some simple, nice skin. Now these legs are pretty long, but they're not that long. The arms are long too, so it's okay. And I'll just draw the head again. I'll give her a little armband there, just an artistic choice, because, And then next afterwards you okay. And then next afterwards you just simply draw a head. Again, remember to zoom for detail. Again, also remember that canvas size. Keep this in mind. What this means is what way will it scale by. So when I have it pointed down, it means that it will move down as I resize it. Remember this, okay? Remember this. This is super good to use. And to keep up with the theme, after I draw the head, I'll give her still blonde hair, but this time the eyes will be blue colored. You know, it's a nice little theming choice. This head's a little small. I guess that's what happens when I use longer limbs. And remember, zooming for details is incredibly important for small things like the neck. And the hair. Control Z. Remember last time I used the straight hairstyle. This time I will use a ponytail style. So the ponytail style is pretty simple. You use your layer, again, your extra layer, and you just draw. First of all, you draw like the base hair part, the part that isn't the ponytail. Again, use some spikes right there to make it look more hair-like. Make sure to revise anything if you don't like it that much. Okay, I gotta come up with a good ponytail. And do I make it? Yeah. Oh yeah, blonde. Yeah, right. Again, remember, if you don't like proportions of things, adjust them. Use the eraser, redraw them. It'll be okay. The time waste is worth it. And the hair will be blonde. And this is another crucial step. This is the ponytail part. You use it on the same layer, but I actually recommend doing it on a layer behind the regular body layer, so that way the actual tail part of the ponytail is layered behind the body. Like, you see how it goes behind, like when it's on a ponytail? That's because the ponytail is a separate section. That's how you draw a ponytail. And you see right there, it's adorable. Now, something I pretty much always recommend when you're drawing a ponytail is that you add a hairband. This is so that it makes them look less like two polygons overlapping and more like a ponytail. I'm going to also use red because the armband's red. Again, remember, if there are any proportion issues, make sure to clean them up. Like, for example, right here, I think it shouldn't be round. I think it should look more straight. So I'm going to fix that. Like on this part right here. And again, remember, zoom for detail during these parts. You gotta zoom in because these are fine adjustments you're making. These are small and fine adjustments. And then afterwards, you make another face layer for the face because it's the face time. And next you make blue eyes for this one. I'm using blue eyes for this one just because. And also, here's the thing. You don't have to make eyes with that specific shape. You have options. Like, for example, you can use this, which I think is more thematically appropriate. Also remember, proportions. You gotta be okay with making adjustments on proportions if you don't like one. And you use that by using the undo key and simply redrawing things, or using the eraser and redrawing things. And then you use white and then blue. The color I'm using blue, you can use whatever, but I like blue here. blue. That's not the right shade of blue. This is... You gotta be really used to... Wait, no, it isn't. It's gotta be brighter. Wait, no. It's like more... Is it like cyan? Yeah, I think it's cyan. There we go. And next I copy paste that feature. And then... Now, these eyes are a bit too wide looking. Just like the previous one. And how I actually generally fix that is by doing this little adjustment right here. Just to shave off a bit and then tie that edge and then like just put that edge like a bit more. Just round that edge, round the edges a bit. Just like shave off, literally cut corners. Like that's literally what you're doing. You're literally cutting corners for the eyes, but it's not in like a lazy way. It's in a way where it's like, you know, well, I mean, this looks kind of bad. Again, it's all about making small adjustments whenever you think something looks wrong. And this is actually the vast majority of why these artworks take any time. Like, this is the hardest part about drawing the art style. It's small, little adjustments like those. But it'll be worthwhile because it makes the characters look way better. And then another mouth. And I'm going to use a straight line mouth because that works great here. Extend, extend, extend. There we go. You can do anything else if you feel like it is necessary, but for now it's good. Also keep in mind, I generally like 255 by 255 ratio. Make sure to remember to change the aspect ratio before drawing a drawing of mine.